Hey, what's up? GleeCon here again with another installment of Lore of Warcraft. We're going to continue the Lore in Short side series of the no longer technically canon articles from the old WoW Warcraft Encyclopedia and other similar sites. Today we're going to read a shorty. On this episode, we'll read a little shorty called the Alliance Splinters. So stay a while and listen. Unaware of the death cults forming in their lands, the leaders of the Alliance nations began to bicker and argue over territorial holdings and decreasing political influence. King Tyrannus of Lordaeron began to suspect that the fragile pact they had forged during their darkest hour would not last for much longer. Tyrannus had convinced the Alliance leaders to lend money and laborers to help rebuild the southern kingdom of Stormwind, which had been destroyed during the Orcish occupation of Azeroth. The higher taxes that resulted, along with the high expense of maintaining and operating the numerous orc internment camps, led many leaders, Gen Greymane of Gilneas in particular, to believe that their kingdoms would be better off seceding from the Alliance. To make matters worse, the High Elves of Silvermoon brusquely rescinded their allegiance to the Alliance, stating that the humans' poor leadership had led to the burning of their forests during the Second War. Tyrannus fought back his impatience and quietly reminded the elves that nothing of Quel'Thalas would have remained if not for the hundreds of valiant humans who'd given their lives to defend it. Nonetheless, the elves stubbornly decided to go their own way. In the wake of the elves' departure, Gilneas and Stromgarde seceded as well. Though the alliance was falling apart, King Tyrannus still had allies that he could count on. Both Admiral Proudmoore of Kultiras and the young King Varian Bryn of Azeroth remained committed to the alliance. Furthermore, the wizards of the Kirin Tor, led by the Archmage Antonidas, pledged Dalaran's steadfast support to Tyrannus' rule. Perhaps most assuring of all was the pledge of the mighty dwarven king Magni Bronzebeard, who vowed that the dwarves of Ironforge would forever owe a debt of honor to the Alliance for liberating Cosmodon and the Horde's control. Yeah, so I don't know how many were the original, maybe 9, because it looks like 3 have left. Stromgarde, which eventually is defunct. You can go there now and visit it in Arathi, and it's gone. Gilneas, which stays out of the picture until Cataclysm, because they end up dealing with a curse, the Worgen curse, and now they're back in the Alliance. And the elves. These elves that seceded eventually become the Blood Elves and actually fully join the Horde, so they never come back. So you have one defunct, one rejoins, one flips sides completely. And then of the others that remain, of course, you have Lordaeron itself, you have the Stormwind or Azeroth armies, you have the Kirin Tor, and the dwarves, and with them the gnomes. But that's 4 kingdoms, so I guess it was 7 originally. That's what I thought it was. But all right, thank you everybody so much for watching, listening, and tuning in as we continue to explore all of the lore in the game. This episode's in the pipe, 5x5.